Roland and Ruth Hafer had a long and successful marriage that included a lot of love, plenty of laughter, and many adventures. The couple bought a house in Tucson in the 1980s, and they traveled between their homes in Wisconsin and Arizona for 20 years, until Roland had a stroke.
Our big thing was going back and forth in the car. We liked that twice a year.
They moved to the desert permanently when the extended excursions became very difficult.
We had to decide whether we were going to sell this house or the one in Wisconsin. And my husband liked the one in Wisconsin because we grew up there. And so he always said, I won't sell, I won't sign. And then one November, just before we came here, it snowed and it was icy. And he had to hang on to the car. He almost fell down. And he looked at me and he says, I'll sign. So that's how we bought this one, or stayed here and sold the other one.
Times were good for several years, but life's twists and turns were around the corner. Roland passed away in 2011.
We were married 64 years. So part of me is gone, it still is.
Shortly after that, Ruth tripped and fell and broke her hip. After years of driving for herself and Roland, Ruth was forced to hang up the car keys. She had lost her dependable partner of 64 years and her ability to get around.
I felt trapped. I felt like, I'd start baking something and then I would need something and I couldn't jump in the car and go get it. I had to learn to think ahead.
She says her life has improved significantly since she heard about SNAP, the Sunrise Neighborhood Assistance Program, a not-for-profit organization. The volunteers drive their neighbors to different appointments or take them to the supermarket, for example. When Jan Gingold had to get outpatient surgery, she received some assistance from a helping hand, so Gingold decided to return the favor.
She was just great. It worked out great, and I thought, well, I'd like to give back, so I signed up to be a volunteer also. I think it's fabulous, and I think nowadays a lot of people want to age in place. Are you ready to go?
I sure am.
So I think aging in place is very, very important.
The neighbors told me about it, and so I thought, well, that'd be fantastic. So I called Tiny, and she came over and interviewed me, and ever since I've been with them.
Most people are inclined to do one day a week.
Tiny Reed is the coordinator of the group. She says its goal is to allow disabled residents and senior citizens to remain in their homes as long as possible. Donations and volunteers keep it going.
I do this because it's a need that I think needs to be met. And I'm really happy to be a part of it, a small part, albeit a part.
I love your car.
Oh, thank you.
The organization was founded in 2009 and serves the foothills area northeast of Tucson.
Are you in?
I'm in.
Okay, I'm going to get in there.
It's considered a well-to-do part of the community, but Reed and others say there's a demand for services notwithstanding.
It's all clear here.
Okay, here we go.
Aren't the mountains pretty?
Oh, I love them.
SNAP started out by helping just a handful of clients, but now there are dozens.
I enjoy learning where they came from, where their families are, whether they see their families, how often, how they got into their home, when did they move here, and what do they need in order to stay in their homes. All of that is just really interesting and satisfying.
Gladys Miller is with Pima Council on Aging, another nonprofit organization.
Every community, every neighborhood should have a program. I'm working with a couple of new areas that we're starting up programs in those areas, and they are so excited because of what they see other programs have done, such as SNAP.
Oh, there's a handicap spot. Let's just take that one.
Right.
On this occasion, Ruth Hafer is getting a ride to her weekly hair appointment at the same Tucson business she's been visiting for years. The Gadabout Salon is just a few miles from her house, but paying a taxi each time she needed to go somewhere could get quite expensive.
I think it's super important that people get out of their homes. They're, they have relationships already established. So just because you can't drive doesn't mean that you shouldn't go out and still enjoy your life. and getting your hair done. It makes you feel amazing. You know, when you feel good on the you do look good on the outside, you feel great on the inside. I love her. I love her like my own family. I do. And I know she loves me too. She does.
Even though she's already in her 90s, Hafer likes to stay active, engaged, and independent. And like many other seniors around the country, all she needs to age in place right now is for someone to provide those rides. Her secret to being so vibrant? She credits family, friends, and faith.
I thank him every day for every day that I get. It's a gift from him. Okay, and then SNAP is right in there. They make life livable, and I don't have to get grouchy or feel sorry for myself.
Okay.
Thank you
It's
so
been a real
much.
pleasure.
Oh, it's been wonderful.